and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Charissa and I am making all kinds of knitting videos. This week I want to focus on some spring patterns that I have accumulated for the past few weeks. I have actually been planning my spring knitting already and I want to share my 10 favorites with you guys. So let's start with the first pattern. The first pattern is the orange trousers from Le Pool. And they are a mesh pattern, and I feel like these pants would look amazing during festival season. They are very cute flared pants, but in a way that they actually are very special and very cool. And I have never seen mesh pants before, so I didn't know if I would like it. But the more I look at it, the more I wanted to make it. And the yarn that I recommend is Filder cotton, and I looked up the yarn and it's actually very cheap, so making these pants would also not cost that much. So that's actually why I want to buy the yarn for this pattern as soon as possible. For this pattern it's worked top down, and there is a waistband worked on 3mm needles, and then the mesh part is worked on 5mm needles. I feel like this pattern would also be so much fun to make and also very fast because of the mesh. The stitch for the mesh part is called the filet stitch. You also will be needing an elastic for these pants because of the waistband. I've seen these mesh pants, I've seen them a lot on ASOS, but in different kinds of variations. And I think the bold colors, like the color that they made the orange trousers in, are very cool. But I also think that a black pant or a brown pant from this pattern would also be very cool. So I'm not sure which route I will take, but I'm definitely making these. Then number 2 is the Luna Tee by Charissa Lamb. And the Luna Tee looks so cute and so delicate, and I feel like it would be perfect for spring. It is a top-down tee, which is also my favorite way of working, and it is done in broken rib with raglan increases, so you don't have to pick up any stitches for the arms. It is knitted on 4mm needles, and it is an intermediate level pattern. The pattern actually has some modifications that you can use, so you can have the pattern more to your liking. So if you want to adjust the sleeves or the length or even have the waist a little bit more snug, they have some modification tips for you. This tee looks very light and very breezy and has a very springish vibe, and I feel like it would match very easy with a lot of things. The next pattern that I found that actually looks so cute is the Frisky Leaves tee by Jill Karine Bow. I just love the look of tees, especially if they are very simple but they have like a special detail. In this case the cute little detail is the lace part on the yoke. And it has a pattern that you also saw a lot last season on sweaters, where it's like a little bit of a flower shape on the yoke, but in lace form. It looks very feminine, very light, very breezy as well. And it has such a nice spring look. It is knit in the round, and it is also knitted top down. And they used 3mm needles and 3.5mm needles for this one. And then the next pattern, number 4, will be the lieblingsvest from Andrea Chang. And it is a slip over with different colors for the border and the vest itself. So it's a very nice opportunity to do some color blocking, or if you don't like color blocking, you can also do some colors that match very nice together. It's up to you, but I really like the color blocking projects that I saw from this pattern. So when I'm gonna make this one, I will for sure choose some color blocking colors. The needle sizes used for this pattern are 5.5 and 6mm needles. It is designed to have a boxy fit, so it would be nice to layer it with some pieces underneath it. This vest is unfortunately not worked top down, but it is worked bottom up. But with the cool look of this vest, I feel like it will definitely be worth it to do a bottom-up piece. So yeah, I think this will be a very nice piece to layer over some other clothes in spring, when it will be a little bit colder in the evenings. Then number 5 will be the fluffy top by Untitled Knits. And the fluffy top is actually the light version of the love top. And this one is actually also, unfortunately, worked bottom up. And this one is also very cute, and they also have a suggestion to put a bow on the back side, which I feel like would be very cute as well, and would really add a lot of cuteness to the garment. They only use mohair for this project. They use 2 strands of mohair for this, but I feel like you can also use a nice fingering weight and then a strand of mohair, and it would have the same effect, but with a little bit more sturdiness, which I always like. They used a 3.5 and 4mm needles for this project. The pattern is relatively easy, but it contains some slightly difficult techniques like twisted rib and German short rows. So if you've never done that before, definitely go look them up before you buy the pattern to see if you understand them, and then it should be fine to knit this piece. Then number 6 is the Skagen tee by Witre Designs. And I like this tee because it's again a very basic tee, but with something special on it. And the special part about this one is that they have a row of buttons down the middle, which means you can open some of the bottoms at the top and have like a little bit of a different look, and switch it up a little every time you wear it. It is worked on 4mm needles and 3mm needles. And also a fun thing about this pattern is that one of the languages that it is available in is Dutch, which is my first language. And I actually never worked with a Dutch pattern. I only did English patterns until now, so it would be very fun to do a Dutch pattern for once and see how that looks, and see how they call all the terms that I've just been reading in English all this time. If you're not Dutch, you can just buy the English pattern, of course, that is also available. They're not really clear about this, if it's top down or bottom up, but I feel like it's top down because they also use raglan increases. And I think it also is worked flat because of the bottom band in the middle. So I think it's worked a bit like a cardigan, with just working the front and back side flat, and then with the button band you can close it up. I think this one will also be very easy to pair with a lot of things. I can see this with high-waisted pants. I can see this with like a little jacket, a little denim jacket over it, or like a little blouse over it. It would work with almost anything. And then number 7 will be the Lost Shorts by Friday Knits. And I really love Friday Knits as a pattern maker because she always comes up with these original designs that you don't really see a lot of. And I was looking for some a little bit more simple spring designs from her, and that's when I saw the Lost Shorts. There are some high-waisted shorts worked top down on 3mm needles, and they have a very cute look. I also think the cuteness stems a lot from the bold colors that she used in the photos, because that makes it a little bit more special in my opinion. I feel like this would definitely be a pattern that I would make. It's not on the top of my list because I made shorts before and I never wear them. So it's definitely something to think about. But I wanted to share them because I thought they were really cute. Then number 8 is the Bomnal vest by Cookie the Knitter. And it is a very lightweight, cute slip-over vest with cables on it. It is worked top down. It has a nice little V-neck, and it is just all around very cute. Looks very nice for spring. I feel like this would look really good in pastel colors because it's such a cute design, and I feel like pastel would make it even cuter. It's worked with 4.5 and 3mm needles and with a fingering weight yarn. Then number 9 is the Foxberry tee by Nordlund. This again, I keep repeating myself, but it is a simple tee with a special thing on it, and a special thing in this one is also it has lace on it again, and it has some bubbles in between the lace, which gives it such a special look. When I saw this pattern, I felt like I had to have it. So that's always a good feeling to have with a pattern. So I had to put it on my to make list. The needle sizes for this one are 3 and 3.5mm needles. It is a top down pattern again, and they give 2 options for the bubbles. So you can do big bubbles or you can do small bubbles, whatever you like. And the Foxberry tee is actually a light version of the Foxberry pullover from Sari, and the Foxberry tee got its name from the lace pattern, which she thought looked like a little fox faces stacked on each other, and the little bubbles reminded her of berries, so that's why it is the Foxberry tee. Then already the last pattern of this video will be the moon set slip over. I think I have talked about the moon set tee already on my channel before, but she now made the moon set slip over, which is a perfect addition to the wardrobe because it's very basic but very cute because of the one special detail again of the neckline, and it looks very classical but a little bit different. It has a really nice fit, a little bit oversized but not too oversized, so this also would be a great layering piece. It is worked top down as well, and it uses 4 and 4.5mm needles. So definitely something that I would like to make. And this is also the last pattern that I have for you guys. I hope you liked it. Let me know if you are planning to make any of these patterns. Also, if you have any other designers that also have very nice spring patterns, also let me know, because I'm trying to look for new patterns and new designers and new kinds of styles that I could like, because I want to keep branching out and keep learning also from other designers besides the very big corporations, which I already know I like. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please give me a like. If you want to keep updated with me, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you next time.